Overview. An open enterprise is a meritocratic, community-based organization. That is, every aspect of the open enterprise is governed by an opt-in engagement model. Anyone with an interest in its work can join the community, contribute to the enterprise, and participate in the decision-making process. Revenue, decisions, and control are all shared based on contribution and peer review. This presentation describes how that participation takes place and how to set about earning merit within the community. Users. Anyone who is a stakeholder in an enterprise is a user. This includes customers, investors, neighbors, anyone in the enterprise's community. Anyone can be a user. There are no special requirements. Users are welcome to participate in an open enterprise as much as possible. User contributions help to ensure that the enterprise succeeds in accomplishing its mission while remaining true to its values. Common user contributions include evangelizing about the enterprise, providing links on websites or spreading awareness through word of mouth, providing feedback, informing the organization of strengths and weaknesses from a new user perspective, and keeping the open enterprise accountable to its mission and values, providing moral support. A thank you goes a long way. Providing financial support, supporting other users, adding new ideas to work streams, participating in the discussion, commenting on work items and in the forums, and starting or joining work items through requests. Users engage with the enterprise through the workstream dashboards. They can request to start or join any open work item. Their request will be considered for inclusion in the project by existing members. In addition to starting and joining work items, users can use the dashboard to vote in the following ways. They can vote on prioritizing existing work items, voting on new ideas, estimating the effort suggested for work items, and accepting completed work items. However, it should be noted that all these votes are non-binding as long as they're cast by users. Users who continue to engage with the enterprise and its community will often become more and more involved. Such users may find themselves becoming contributors. Once a user has worked on a work item that has been completed and accepted by the community, they're automatically considered a contributor. Contributors. Contributors are users who have earned credits in an enterprise. Credits will be described in more detail later. For now, think of them as both money and a means of tracking each person's contributions. Any user can become a contributor. There is no expectation of commitment to the enterprise, and no specific skill requirements, and no selection process. Contributors are eligible to be nominated for membership. As contributors gain experience and familiarity with the enterprise, their profile within and commitment to the community will increase. At some stage, they may find themselves being nominated for membership, as described in the next section. Members. Members are contributors who have shown that they are committed to the continued development of the enterprise through ongoing engagement with the organization and its community. Any contributor can become a member. There is no special requirements other than to have shown a willingness and ability to participate in the enterprise as a team player. Typically, a potential member will need to show that they have an understanding of the enterprise, its objectives, and its strategies. Most importantly, they'll need to demonstrate that they are aligned with the enterprise's core principles and values. They will also have provided valuable contributions to the enterprise over a period of time. New members can be nominated in one of two ways, either by an existing member or by completing a certain amount of accepted work as contributors to the enterprise. Once they've been nominated, there will be a vote by the core team. Voting in a member is one of the few activities that takes place in private. This is to allow core team members to freely express their opinions about a nominee without causing embarrassment. Once the vote has been held, the aggregated voting results are published on the public forum. The nominee is entitled to request an explanation of any no votes against them, regardless of the outcome of the vote. This explanation will be anonymous and constructive in nature. Nominees may decline their appointment as a member. However, this is unusual as the enterprise does not expect any specific time or resource commitment from its members. The intention behind the role of member is to allow people to contribute to the enterprise more easily, not to tie them into the enterprise in any formal way. It's a measurement of trust. Membership allows contributors to more easily carry on with their enterprise-related activities by giving them direct access to the enterprise's resources. That is, they have the autonomy to participate directly to the enterprise outputs. This does not mean that a member is free to do what they want. While membership indicates a valued member of the community who has demonstrated a healthy respect for the enterprise's values and objectives, their work continues to be reviewed by the community before acceptance. The key difference between a member and a contributor is when the approval is sought from the community. A member seeks approval after the contribution is made rather than before. Another way to look at it is that contributors ask for permission, while members ask for review. Seeking approval after making a contribution is known as a commit, then review process. It's more efficient to allow trusted people to make direct contributions. as the majority of these contributions will be accepted by the enterprise. The workstream dashboards ensure that all contributors and all their contributions are reviewed by the community as a whole. By the time a contributor is invited to become a member, they'll have been guided through the use of the enterprise's various tools as a user and then as a contributor. In addition to their actions as contributors, members will also find themselves doing one or more of the following: enrolling and allowing users and contributors to start or join work items, nominating contributors for membership, and/or voting on core team membership. Also, members' votes are binding, and they need not ask for permission to join or start a work item. It's important to recognize that membership is a privilege, not a right. That privilege must be earned, and once it's earned, it can be removed by the core team. In extreme circumstances, of course. However, under normal circumstances, membership exists for as long as the member wishes to continue engaging with the enterprise. A member who shows an above-average level of contribution to the enterprise, particularly with respect to its strategic decision and long-term health, may be nominated to become a member of the core team. Core team. The core team consists of those individuals identified as enterprise representatives. The core team has additional responsibilities over and above those of a member. These responsibilities ensure the smooth running of the enterprise. Core team members are expected to participate in strategic planning, approve changes to the governance model, and formally represent the enterprise to the outside world. First and foremost, they are the guardians and keepers of the enterprise's principles and values, and are accountable to all stakeholders. Core team members do not have significant authority over other members of the community, although it is the core team that votes new members in. In addition, the core team has access to the enterprise's private work streams. These work streams are used sparingly for sensitive issues such as votes for a new member and sensitive IP and legal matters that cannot be discussed in public. It's rarely, if ever, used for enterprise management or planning.